Brian Jew in the drive-in.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! This is Brian Close here in the sleigh at the drive-in, and you're listening to the drive-in on TBS efm. And why do I sound southern? It's Christmas Eve here! Yes! And I tried to sound like Santa Claus, but it didn't work. I actually sounded like a truck driver for you guys. I'm not a sleigh rider, but a truck driver. That's the new Santa these days. The new renovated Santa Claus drives around in a truck and goes from country to country and gives you good boys and girls gifts. That's what's going to happen tonight. If you guys are good this year, or were good this year, you guys are going to get gifts from Santa Claus. And that's what I'm hoping for right now, because I've been great. I've been nice to my friends, to my family, to my dogs, to everybody I work with. So hopefully I'll get like a huge European car under my Christmas tree this year. Anyways, today, since it is Christmas Eve, we're going to be talking about Christmas movies, modern day Christmas movies, and that means anything from the 1970s until today. And tomorrow on Christmas Day, we've got another special where we're going to talk about the classic Christmas movies. That means 1960s and anything before that. So, today we're going to start off with our first song. And how can we start the modern Christmas movie without a song from Love Actually, one of my favorite movies of all time? And I know you guys are thinking, we talked about this movie a few times. Yes, but it's to get you in the Christmas spirit. That's very important here at the drive-in. That's the lovin', the drive-in. Because we're all about love here at the drive-in. And if you haven't seen this movie, please put it in your DVD player, push play, and watch it after our show. Not right now, but after this program is over. And we're going to play a song for you guys right now from the movie. This is one of the best songs from the movie, and this is Christmas is All Around. Here's Billy Mack. Once again, that was Billy Mack with Christmas is All Around. And it is. Christmas is all around. This is Brian Jew, trying to be cheesy. Anyways, I want to let you guys know how to get in contact with us here at the studio. You can simply give us a call at 02-778-1013 or send us a text at sharp 1013, and we will charge you $51, so keep that in mind. And also, you can send us an email at efmdrivein at gmail.com. That's efmdrivein at gmail.com, or simply send us a tweet at efmdrivein. And just send us requests or, just shout-outs, whatever you want to do. Make sure the requests are from a movie or a TV show, though. I know I repeatedly say this a lot, but do not make it any pop song that you want to hear. And now it's time for Scene of the Day, Scene of the Day, Scene of the Day, and Scene of the Day. Today's Scene of the Day comes from one of the funniest Christmas movies ever. Yes, it is Elf. And in 2003, Will Ferrell starred in this film about a man named Buddy who was adopted by the elves at the North Pole when he was a baby and his mother passed away. He spent his whole life up in the North Pole where Santa surprises everybody, and he sitting around making toys his entire life with the elves. And he wants to know about his biological father. Who doesn't want to know? So he goes to New York to meet his dad. Obviously, a grown man walking around in an elf costume is kind of weird, so he goes to visit his dad in his office, and his dad has him escorted out by security. Then he wanders around New York and into a department store where the staff thinks he works at the department store. And Buddy is happy to learn that Santa is coming to visit the department store, but Buddy thinks it's the real Santa Claus, not one of those fake mall Santa Clauses that sits there like, "What do you want for Christmas, young laddie?" Yes. So, let's listen to where Buddy discovers that Santa is fake.
Oh! He's a monster! He's a fake!
Wow, can you imagine the Santa Claus and an elf getting in a fight? That's like a big old man with a small little short little hobbit-sized toy-making person. But in this movie, the elf that he's fighting isn't a miniature elf. This is a human-sized, big-grown elf. And could you imagine being a little kid walking through the mall and seeing Santa Claus and an elf fighting? That'd be very devastating as a child. It'd shock me for life. Anyways, isn't Santa supposed to be nice anyway? Even if you're trying to be mean to him, Santa is always nice. He's supposed to be caring and understanding. But, Buddy, he gets a bit of a culture shock moment. And in the world of humans, he doesn't realize that, Santa doesn't exist to them, And after all, he's been raised as an elf at the North Pole, and elves age more slowly than humans do. So Buddy, who's still a child in elf years, even though he's 30 in real life, feels like a child. you know, even though he's a 30-year-old man. You know what? This movie isn't all about laughs and silliness all the time. There are a few really tender, touching moments. And as we can see, relationship between Buddy and a girl that he likes. And he also gets to be great friends with his biological brother, younger brother, which is good for him because all the other elves back in the North Pole make fun of him. Yes, so for him to have this relationship with his brother is very important. So, let's listen to a song from this film. This is one of the most popular Christmas songs of all time. And here's Santa Baby from the Elf original soundtrack.
Santa Baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
That was Leon Redbone with Santa Baby. Something, something, forgot the lyrics. So it's not about lyrics, it's about the love. And I'm spreading love through my beautiful, sexy voice. Right now, I want to tell you guys what's coming up on today's show. It's Monday, so Mike Jones will be joining me in the studio. Not for Action Monday today, but for Reaction Monday. And what's Reaction Monday? Actually, it's all about those movies that are supposed to give you a reaction, whether it's crying, screaming, laughing, moaning, groaning, any kind of reaction at all. It's almost any genre at all. But I feel like we've been missing a lot because, you know, I've had action, comedy, and romance covered, but there's so many films that don't fit any of the genres. So from now on, every other week, Mike will do Reaction Monday. Yes, that's Mike's new thing. I hope he doesn't do any smoochy Mondays because that's going to be disgusting. So I can't wait for that. But that's after intermission, so stick around for that. Do not change the dial on your radios or your smartphones. All right, the next song comes from the 1994 film, The Santa Claus. That's C-L-A-U-S-E. Yes, you know, like the fine print in the contract or something? Exactly. In this movie, Tim Allen, remember Tim Allen? I haven't seen him in movies these days, but Tim Allen accidentally caused the death of Santa Claus. And has to take his place on Christmas Eve, where all the kids won't get their presents. After finishing Santa's job, he goes back to the North Pole to tell the elves the news about Santa's untimely death. And the elves force him to become Santa. Yes, they do. And he's very reluctant and dismisses the whole thing as just a dream. Can you believe that? But over the next year, he starts gaining weight, and his hair turns white, and he's actually literally turning into Santa. And the song from this film that we're going to listen to is actually sung by Alvin and the Chipmunks. Very unique. Yes. No, the Chipmunks were not in this film, but they were actually a musical act before they became a cartoon in the movie franchise themselves. Yes. In reality, the Chipmunks are just singer Dave Seville's boys. So basically one guy does all three Chipmunks, I assume. Yes. It's a sped up voices. I can do Chipmunks. It's too easy. You just need one of those talk boys, the ones we talked about earlier on Home Alone, to sound like a chipmunk. So here's Alvin and the Chipmunks with Santa Claus is Coming to Town from the Santa Claus original soundtrack. That was Alvin and the Chipmunks singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town from the Santa Claus original soundtrack. Man, I love chipmunks. You don't get to see chipmunks here in Korea. I think I saw one though before during the summer. I was running in Namsan Park, and I don't know if it was a squirrel or chipmunk. To me, they looked the same. They're still cute, small, furry little animals. And right now I'm going to go into the song request for the next song. And we got a lot of requests for this song way back when from lots and lots of people. So I want to say sorry for playing it so late. But we're going to play it for you guys today. It's from the Polar Express stop motion film, which was released in 2004 starring Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks did a lot of the acting and the voices. And it was directed by Robert Zemeckis. Yes. And it was based on a children's book from the same name, The Polar Express. It's about a boy who lives in Michigan in the 1950s who doesn't believe in Christmas. What boy doesn't believe in Christmas back in the 1950s? I can't think of any, because I wasn't born back then. Anyways, he can't find anything about the real Santa in encyclopedias or any other books. And of course, they didn't have internet back then, so you couldn't just Google it. And he just wants to try and prove or disprove that Santa exists. Yes. Well, shortly after the train, the Polar Express pulls up next to his house, he's sleeping, and all of a sudden he feels this rumble, and he wakes up in the middle of the night and sees this huge train, which is the Polar Express, takes him to the North Pole to see Santa. So, I don't want to give out any more clues about this movie. I'm going to play this song from the movie, and this is one of my favorite songs from the soundtrack. This is, I don't know the artist's names, but it's a young boy and a young girl singing, "When Christmas Comes to Town." Check it out. Reaction Monday, with Mike JJ. It's Christmas Eve, baby, and we're in the studio with Michael J. himself, and it's Reaction Mondays. Can you explain? I know I explained it earlier, but what is Reaction Mondays?
What is Reaction Mondays, Brian? It's a very, very scientific thing, actually. You see,
scientific.
Sometimes we watch movies that give us a giant reaction, such as tears, laughter.
But aren't they called
Fear.
tearjerkers?
No, man, because these, you know those movies that just have like elements of everything. There's a little bit of action, there's a little bit of romance, there's a little bit of comedy, there's a little bit of something else. It's one of those kinds of things. You know, where you watch this movie and you're like, wow, I really like the movie. Why do you like it? I don't know. It's just good. You know, it's just good.
It's like Spam. Like all this stuff mixed in together in one great film.
Okay, I totally.
Or bologna or something.
Exactly. It's a wiener. We're going to change this. Eugene, we need to change the name of this thing. Instead of Reaction Monday, it needs to be Wiener Mondays.
Yes, like the bologna.
Wiener.
You know, because wieners have like beef, pork, sausage, ham, all
and
mixed
it's really
in.
long. Yes. Anyhow, hey, I want to sing a song because, you know, I like singing songs. Yeah.
No, actually, you said you were going to sing a song.
Yeah, I know.
To the listeners about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I did, and I'm gonna keep my word. I've been practicing.
All right, I'm going to put my both sides of my headphones on.
All right, here it is.
Ready?
Rudolph. No, wait a minute. I just got it wrong. Brian the red-nosed reindeer had a little...
That was the best part! Oh, that was hilarious.
Hello.
He heard the echoes and he stopped singing. That was like a horror movie.
I know. I'm feeling scared already.
I feel going, hey, Sydney, what's your favorite movie?
Sorry, you guys. Yeah, no, I was going to keep going, but I didn't. I couldn't remember the rest of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a little shiny nose. Yeah, something like that.
Can I sing a song in reply to that?
As long as it's not better than mine.
No, I'm not going to sing better. It's a reply.
Okay, go ahead.
It's saying to you. I'm looking at you singing it. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Wow, I'm getting tickles in my
Let your
stomach.
heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight.
Yeah, Brian, that's not cool. I told you not to do better than me.
That was just me warming up.
Dude! Not okay, man.
The weather outside is frightful. And Mike looks so delightful.
Brian, I'm looking at this picture of you. Look at you, all like on the TBS magazine, all snazzy and guy.
Are you jealous?
Yes, I am. I want to be on there, but
you'll be on there next month, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Hey, the reason why we're singing this Christmas song
is because it's Reaction Monday, and it means we're going to talk about Christmas Eve movies.
Yes, and what's today's Christmas Eve movie?
The perfect movie for Christmas Eves is a famous 1983 film. It's absolutely famous, called A Christmas Story. Please tell me you've seen this, A Christmas Story.
Of course, especially my favorite part in the movie is this. Fa ra 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 ra.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We're going to talk a little bit about this. It's a story about a young boy named Ralphie who wants nothing more than to get a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas.
Yes.
The only problem is his parents don't want him to have one, so Ralphie takes matters into his own hands and spends the days and nights leading up to Christmas frantically trying to persuade his parents that they should get him one. Although he sort of fails in most of attempts. What happens during the course of the film is a whole bunch of hilarious different scenes and episodes, and it's really funny, including
funny stuff.
As what Brian alluded to, one of the things is Ralphie's family. They kind of ruin the turkey, and they decide to go to a Chinese restaurant for Christmas dinner, and the owners of the restaurant decide to sing some Christmas carols for them, and
when they chop off the duck's head.
It's hilarious, man. It's hilarious. There are so many awesome scenes in this movie. It's really, I highly recommend that if you're looking for a good movie to watch on Christmas, this is the one for you. Yes. And it is a modern movie. It's a reasonably modern. I think it came out in about 1983.
Came out in 1983. And the scenes can be
sort of modern.
You can actually modernize this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you can remake it for nowadays. So any directors and producers out there listening, you guys should get on that.
They should, but I definitely want people to watch this. Part of the reason I want people to watch this is because it is really nostalgic. You know, It's really historical. It gives viewers a really good chance to look at the history of like the United States and the way things used to be back in the 40s. If you're interested in that sort of thing, 40s, and it's really fun. It's kind of, the story takes place before the time of TV. You know, and so like the whole idea, the whole society of the U.S. was a completely different place. Like, I guess part of the story is it's really about the birth of consumerism. You know, about buying stuff for Christmas and whatnot. And there's this innocence about what these kids experienced during this film that's just
And kids
priceless.
actually went outside to actually play, not
Back
in their
when
video games.
and they actually had vivid imaginations, which, you know, Ralphie, he's got one of the most vivid imaginations that I've seen. He imagines himself doing all these daring things, trying to persuade his parents to give him this BB gun, and it's just hilarious.
I remember that scene when he asked for it to Santa, and then one elf is like, "You gotta shoot your eye out, kid." I hated that elf.
I think a lot of people did too. So, well, we got some songs here. I think start off with can we go straight into the songs? Brian?
Go right ahead.
All right.
This is
Well,
your time.
we've got "Jingle Bells" by Bing Crosby, and this is, you know, Bing Crosby is like the ultimate Christmas singer guy.
Exactly.
He's pretty groovy.
If you want to have a good Christmas, you have to have Bing Crosby.
That's right. And he sings this song. It's part of the OST. Let's give it a listen.
Once again, that was Jingle Bells by Bing Crosby.
Bing!
I don't know what's going on with Mike today. I guess since we changed it from Action Mondays, Reaction Mondays is making him like he's on a natural high here.
I'm on a natural high.
He's high on
today
life.
is Ho Ho Day.
Yes.
Yes, Ho Ho.
It's Christmas Eve.
It is.
That's why you're high, because right now you know
Well,
you've
not
been
technically high, but
I mean,
okay,
like
anyway,
natural
yeah.
high because it's Christmas Eve.
It is my
You've
inner
been
kid.
a good kid all
I've been
year
very
round.
good.
So Santa's gonna get you. What do you think he's gonna bring you this year?
That is a really good question. I think
No consumer names.
I think Santa's going to get me a plane ticket to someplace nice.
A plane ticket to somewhere nice.
Santa's getting me a plane ticket to somewhere nice, and he's
I believe
I think
Santa doesn't really spend a lot of money on gifts.
What, he doesn't.
I don't think so.
You mean I've been waiting all year for
Actually, no.
a plane ticket, and I'm not going to get one?
Hold on, I got a text message from Santa.
Oh,
Santa just said.
here it is.
He just said that. Tell Mike.
Uh-oh.
Expect the unexpected.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Brian also doubles as a fortune cookie writer. This year you should expect the unexpected. Whatever
Yes.
that's supposed to mean. Thanks, Santa. And I hope you're listening. And to all you listeners, I hope you're listening too, because that would be good. Hey, so who's in the movie? There's a couple of the movie Christmas Story. There's a couple.
Actually,
of
I was
basic-
really curious about this movie. In what is the main actor who played Ralphie doing
His
these
name
days?
is Peter Billingsley.
Okay, Peter
Now,
Billingsley.
Peter Billingsley. Have you ever seen the guy again? No.
Well, maybe we have, but he had cosmetic surgery. We don't recognize him.
No, well, maybe he did. Actually, the guy. The truth is he's done a zillion movies. He was like
Really?
He was one of those. There was a group of like child stars in the '80s who did a bunch of different movies, and
Wow.
they just kind of disappeared. He was one of these guys. Like you'll still see him. He'll go to like the Oscars and stuff, and you'll see him in like People magazine, etc.
And he's still making money because
still
every
making
time
money.
this movie's aired on TV,
On like a
gets royalties.
900 channels around the U.S.
And the
Yeah,
world, too.
Yeah. He makes money, and he was really quite a famous childhood actor, and he just kind of disappeared. It's kind of sad. The interesting thing was that the story was actually written by a famous radio host of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, a guy named Jean Shepard.
oh, he's French?
Well, no, I just wanted to put the French.
Is it
I
not- it's
think
not
it's
Jean?
Jean. Yeah, but I wanted to Jean Shepard.
Jean Chapelle. Oui, oui.
Something like that.
Comment
He was,
appelez-vous?
but it's cool. Like he was a radio announcer who wrote books. So like if you have plans to write a book one day, Brian, then
I do,
you know,
but my book would be very horrific.
what would it be about?
A lot of blood and gore.
Would it involve Santa Claus?
It would probably involve Santa Claus running over kids.
Oh, that sounds cool. Ho ho ho.
The thing is, I grew up loving horror films. That's why.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah.
Very good. Very good. What I haven't asked this, but I'm curious what you want for Christmas.
What I want for Christmas. Actually, it's not a gift. It's not like a material gift. Actually, I do want to be back in Jersey right now
Okay.
with all my closest friends I grew up with back in high school, my cousins, and my family, and sit around the Christmas tree and in front of the fireplace and just have one of those cheesy little, nice little moments, those
That's
intimate
nice.
evenings. Because I haven't had that since high school.
Right.
Yeah. And then maybe eat some, turkey and mashed potatoes. And, of course, mom's going to make some kimbap on the side with some
Turkey and
kimchi.
kimbap.
Yes.
You put kimchi inside the turkey. Hey, that would be
Exactly.
actually pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, we can make kimchi stuffing. Oh.
It would kind of be this bokkeumbap bread thingy. It would be really good, man. Totally yummy. Little spicy stuffing.
Exactly.
You know, one of the sad things, I gotta admit, I wish I could find more turkey in Korea.
You can nowadays.
Really?
You know the big store that starts with a C? You go
Yes,
there,
I
they have
do.
a lot of bulk products.
The
They
big
have it
store
now.
that starts with a big C.
Yes,
okay.
they have that now.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know. So you can get your turkey here in Korea?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Because this movie, they have a turkey, and unfortunately, don't the dogs
it explodes. No, they touch it and it kind of goes, no, the dog's got it.
Yeah, the
That's right. I'm
dogs.
sorry. I'm thinking, yep, the dog's got
Yeah, I
it.
remember that scene. I was so upset. I was like, "Aw." That's why they go to the Chinese restaurant and they have Dick the horse beat Safari. Rah 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 rah.
That's very good. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The movie's
So-
hilarious. It's a great trip down nostalgia lane. It also provides a really special lesson on what's really important about Christmas. And I think, Brian, kind of your description of what you want for Christmas is kind of one of those. You know, it's an important lesson.
Yeah, it's family,
It's about
love.
family. It's about friends. It's about hanging out with people you really like. And,
Exactly, not material things.
If you choose to watch this movie, which I really hope you do,
Mm-hmm.
there's one of the cool things about it is that there's all these little mini stories. Like the whole movie is really basically a bunch of short stories.
Exactly.
That leads up to an end. And like there's the story of Ralphie beating up the bully.
Was it Ralphie or was it his little brother?
No, it was actually Ralphie. When Ralphie was cussing and he was like, Reagan,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
he's beating and then he gets
Oh,
in
that's
trouble
right.
for this. He gets in
That's
trouble for this.
right.
And so there's the second story and Ralphie's eating the soap. Because
Oh yeah, his
back in
mom
the old
was
days.
washing your mouth out with soap because if you curse or say bad things.
That's right. When I was a
Okay.
kid, if I got caught cursing, I had to actually eat a bar of soap. Not like swallow it, but I had to suck on a bar of soap. Somehow that was supposed to keep me from cussing. It didn't work.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So there's the Ralphie sucking on the soap. There's Ralphie getting kicked in the face by Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, that's right. Push
You're
him down
gonna
the
shoot
slide.
your eye out. There's,
All right.
There's Ralphie.
Well, we don't want to spoil too much.
Okay.
So we have to go straight to the evaluation.
Okay, straight to
Because
the
of time
evaluation. And
and
instead
everything.
of the punch-o-meter, because today is a special Christmas holiday, it is the ho-o-meter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ho meter. So
The ho.
out of how many hoes?
How many hoes? Ho, ho, ho! We're going to give it a 4 hoeing because it's a really good show and a really good
Out of
Christmas.
5.
4 out of 5,
Okay.
yes. So here it comes. Ho, ho. No, that was, no. Let me try to go. Ho, 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 ho!
Good job.
Thank you.
And there you have it, guys. Mike Jones said that the Christmas Story has 4 hoes out of 5. So that means that's how good it is. Like 4 stars out of 5.
And I just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year. And with that said, we have one last song before we send Mike off. What is it, Mike?
We do. This is a theme song from it. It's Peter and the Wolf. Comes from the original soundtrack. Have a good holiday, everybody. See you next week.
That was Peter and the Wolf from the Christmas Story soundtrack. And right now we're going to play another song request for you guys. And the next song comes from the film Four Christmases, which was released in 2008 and stars Reese Witherspoon, whom I love and adore, and Vince Vaughn, who is so funny. So you're thinking, 4 Christmases. That's pretty awesome. But actually it isn't, because it's not about having 4 separate Christmas days. It's actually about a couple that has to visit each of their parents on Christmas. And for most married couples, that's only 2 separate houses, you know. You got your wife's side of the family, your dad's side, or the husband's side of the family. But both couples have divorced parents. So they have to go to each parent's house separately on Christmas. During one of the busiest times of the year, the traffic and the craziness going on, the mayhem. So actually, I've been dying to hear the song on their show. So we're going to play this for you guys. Here's Baby It's Cold Outside by Dean Martin and Martina McBride from the Four Christmases original soundtrack. Once again, that was Dean Martin and Martina McBride singing Baby It's Cold Outside. That was very country of me to do. But right now it's time to wrap up the show. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, but even a more wonderful Christmas Eve. And the final song for today comes from the 2003 film Bad Santa, starring Billy Bob Thornton. Bad Santa. Is that possible? Well, Billy Bob Thornton plays a drunk who gets a job as a mall Santa. Now, who wants to be a mall Santa and a drunk person at the same time? Well, the song always gets me in the Christmas spirit, and that's why I want to play it for you guys right now. It is Christmas Eve, so have a wonderful evening. This is Andy Williams singing It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And I'll be back tomorrow on Christmas Day. This is Brian Ju signing off.